Hello, hello. You are at the Brunch and Learn.
Not
I
yet.
Oh, you're not at the Brunch and Learn. I'm so sorry. You're at the prequel to the Brunch and Learn to tell you a little bit about what Brunch and Learn is about and the fact that it's moved over to a whole different time period.
You're not at the
We're
brunch.
at
I'm so sorry.
209, not now.
To the brunch.
So I would just like to tell you a little bit about why we are doing the Brunch and Learn, why we are doing the Lunch and Learn, why we've had these amazing guests come on to talk about the things that they have. The reason that we are doing this is because we are trying to raise awareness and information over why the Girl Ambassador program is so important. At the end of the day, you come here and you broaden your mind, you sit with your tea and crumpets or your hot dog, I don't know what you eat at lunch, and you learn and you hear from these amazing people. But we're doing this so that you can learn about why it's so important to have programs like the Girl Ambassadors. The Girl Ambassador program does so much for our girls. They give you certificates because you worked hard to get the certificates. They teach our girls how to be professional in the workplace. They teach our girls how to use Microsoft Word, things like this that you could probably look back and be like, I want to learn that too, you know? And why do you want to learn that? Why haven't you learned it already? Well, that comes to the circumstance of where it all starts and what Girl Ambassador is trying to do, which is to get to the root of it all. We're trying to make sure that when you are growing, let's imagine that a life is like a flower, not to be poetic, right? You want to make sure that the base is good, the soil is good, because once the soil and the root is corrupted, everything grows a little off, a little wonky. It doesn't grow for as long and it doesn't grow as big as it has the potential to. Girl Ambassador is that fresh soil, is that good root, is a thing that can help when you maybe have gotten a little corrupted. Maybe you moved around, not to say corrupted, that wasn't a good word, but maybe your soil's gotten moved around. Maybe they put mulch down instead of what they should have. That helps you grow into the plant that you're supposed to be, into that strong tree, into that beautiful rose. Girl Ambassador program is that. Because if you have an already dying flower because the soil's bad, a little water and a little sunshine doesn't help. You get what I'm saying? So that's why we need the Girl Ambassador program. That's why we do the Lunch and Learn. That's why we have you guys listen to what's really going on as a Black girl, what's really going on in society. Maybe you know some of it, maybe you don't know the other, maybe you know all of it, but you just want to hear it again. But we want to make sure to remind you that in the current pandemic and COVID-19, what you hear all the time, there are other things out there struggling, other things out there that are essential. Because at the end of the day, COVID-19 isn't going to last forever. But when it's all over, we don't want to look back on our world and see it in ruins. And Girl Ambassador helps to make sure that there's something that's maintained throughout this entire thing, that we are still growing as people, even while the world seems to have stopped. We are still growing so that when the world starts again, we're ready for it. We don't want to sit down and do this and do that and have the girls sit down and do that. And then when the world starts again, they're underprepared. We don't want them to be the COVID children. We don't want this to be the new no kids left behind because everyone's being left behind because they're not getting the chance to have the education that they need, not getting the chance. And even before COVID started, the opportunities that they're getting with the workplace, with Microsoft, with learning, social emotional, and the growth that they're facing is something very unique to just the Girl Ambassador program. Should there be others like it? Sure, but right now it's unique in itself. Right now, the Girl Ambassador program is helping the growth of our young girls one session, one program at a time. And that's why we have the Lunch and Learn series, because we are trying to make sure that growth continues. And maybe while you watch, you get a little growth yourself. Isn't that what it's all about? We get the growth for our youth. And maybe while we watch our youth grow, we grow ourselves. I'm a youth, and I can say that the Girl Ambassador program has helped me in ways that I cannot even speak of. And that's why I'm so passionate about the Lunch and Learn series. That's why I want people to watch. That's why I think it's important. Because Girl Ambassador changed me from what I was to what I am today. And I think every girl is perfect the way that they are. I think before they start Girl Ambassador, they're perfect. I think when they come out of Girl Ambassador, they're perfect. But it's just about making sure that the world sees that perfectness within them, about making sure that they have this marketable skill, so that they can always feel perfect within themselves, but that they can use that to also make sure that the money knows that they're perfect too, that the check that they get from their boss knows that they're perfect, so that the boss that gives that check knows that they're perfect. Because that's what always happens. It always seems that the people around us don't know the perfect that we have within ourselves because it's not showing what the world view needs. So we are making sure with the Girl Ambassador program that the world is on our level, that the world can see what we see within ourselves. As Sister Angela always says, Girl Ambassador and Girls for a Change prepares the world for the Black girl and the world for the Black girl, the world for the Black girl and the Black girl for the world. No one can ever say it as perfect as her. I don't know. She's got a trademark on it, so watch when you say it. But at the end of the day, that's why we are making sure that we're saying donate to small businesses. Why do you think we're not just saying donate to the girl? Because like I said, everything is a domino effect. Everything has an opposite and equal reaction to it. So we can have you donate to the girl, but if there's no small business that they can go to, what's the point? That's why we have it at a multitude scale. That's why, again, we do the lunch and learn. I'm going to keep saying that. That's going to be my trademark for this entire life, is that's why we do the lunch and learn. Because I'm explaining it to you so that maybe you feel it when you watch it. You can feel the passion within every guest that we have on here. Because every guest that we have on there has been affected in one way or another by the Girl Ambassador program. And it's usually for the positive. And when I say usually, I mean it is for the positive, because Girl Ambassador touches people in ways that I cannot even imagine. It touches grown women who haven't even been a part of the program. It touches the young woman who it has been a part of. The Girl Ambassador program is a way to really make sure that the world grows with us. Make sure that when we do go out in the world, ready for us and we're ready for it. That when we go to that new big corporate job, they're not asking, well, you were a COVID-19 kid. Do you know how to use the computer? And even if you do know how to use the computer, do you know how to use it to its full advantage? That's what we're making sure of here. That's why it's important. That's why we want you to click donate, because we need all that. That's why we need to have all of these things going on. Girl Ambassador is truly an amazing program. And you watch and you just see the three-letter words, right? You see Girl Ambassador program, right? You don't know what it means. You see it on headlines, you see it there. So I'm encouraging everyone, after they watch the live interviews, maybe do a little research, Maybe find out a little bit more about why Girls for a Change is Girls for a Change. Think about that name, Girls for a Change. We have that because of the fact that we need to have the world change for the girl and the girl change for the world. Not because if there's anything wrong with the girl, but because we're trying to make sure that the puzzle pieces all fit together to make that beautiful picture. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a corner piece, I can't be in the middle of the puzzle. You get what I'm saying? I got to be on that corner doing what I'm supposed to do. But we want to make sure that if the girl decides that she doesn't want to be the corner piece anymore, she wants to be the piece right in the middle, she has the ability to do that. If she wants to go from being an artist to a technologist to an architect, she has all the basic training in her repertoire that's exactly what she can be. So that we don't have the statistic and the stereotype of welfare queens anymore, which was insulting to begin with. But now we want to make sure it's even untrue, which it is. But we want to make sure there's no reason for you to even think that. That's what the Girl Ambassador program does. That's what it does. It stops the stereotype right in its track, because there's no reason you can say it without it being, defamation of character, slander. Girl Ambassador, Girls for a Change, is what it does. It helps take that root of that flower, that soil, of that tree, and it makes it grow into something beautiful. Not because, again, the tree or the plant wasn't already beautiful to begin with, but because maybe it just didn't fit in the forest. Maybe it's time for the forest to change. Maybe it's time for the world to change. But until that happens, we're trying to make sure that everyone is successful in their own right, and that we don't keep seeing statistics like, oh, it's more likely for a Black female to have a lower paying job. Why is that? Why can people just read those statistics and be okay with that? Do they think it's something that happens in adulthood? No, it's something that happens in the root, in the childhood root. And a child is innocent no matter what you say. So isn't it our job to make sure all childs grow up to be the next Bill Gates, the new Beyonce? They can be whatever they want to be. They don't have to be the next anything. They can be like, if I have a kid and it's named, I don't know, Stacy or whatever. That's the only name I can think of. I don't want Stacy to be the next Beyonce. I want Stacy to be the next Stacy. And that's what Girls for Change does. It makes every girl the next big thing because they already had that potential within them. And Girls for a Change and Girl Ambassador helps to make sure these young girls already have that on the hand, no denial. They come in looking like new money because they already were new money, but everyone thought they were a dime. Everyone thinks they're 50 cents, but really they're $500. You get what I'm saying? It's the perspective that other people have to the value of the girl that changes what the girl thinks about themselves. And we're making sure that there's no reason that the girl cannot know that their value is $500, is an infinite. Because they learn that here in the Girl Ambassador program. Not even learn, they polish it off their mind. They learn all these skills. So someone could be like, oh, but this, oh, but that. And it's just like, well, that's not true because I learned this and I learned that. So, like I said, learn and keep learning by going to the Lunch and Learn, or in this case, Brunch and Learn series that we're having later this afternoon, where you're going to meet some amazing guests and some amazing people. So come straight here and then maybe go and click that donate button. All right. Have a good day and I'll see you guys at 2:09.